Prayerful and Effective Ways to Triumph in Difficult Relationship. Relationships are gifts from God, but they are also complicated to manage. In addition, they can be uplifting, inspiring, and encouraging when everything works well, but very hurtful and disappointing when they go wrong. Whether you are single, dating, or married, God has a plan for you and your partner. If you can be able to lean on Christ in your relationship in times of stress, disagreement, or grace and strength, no matter how long you have been with your partner, you will certainly triumph. For those struggling in their relationship or who are having difficulties in it, these are prayerful and effective measures to triumph over your difficulties. Forgive faults. The scripture says in Proverbs 17:9, whoever covers over a fault promotes friendships, but he who reveals a word divides friends. For any relationship to last, forgiveness should be a normal thing in it. Nobody is perfect. You and your wife, partner, girlfriend, or boyfriend are all imperfect human beings. As a result of this, there will be misunderstandings, even with those you love. It is also a reality that there will be hurt, but if you cannot forgive a fault, love cannot be restored. If you continue to dwell on wrongs and refuse to let them go, it causes anger and division. Forgiveness, no doubt, is the best way to be open to a new path in a hurting relationship. Prayer is very important in all aspects of life, and relationships are not an exception. With a prayerful and godly lifestyle, God will be in the center of your relationship, and the outcome of course will be the development of real and true love. When there is real love, it makes for a lasting relationship. In any situation, through thick and thin, you will be there for each other. If you only show love when the going is good and then leaves when things go wrong, you are not worthy to be trusted. The scripture says in Proverbs 17:17, a friend loves at all times. Avoid betrayal. If you have been betrayed before, you will come to the reality that it hurts. It is made worse when you share a lot of things with someone you love so dear, and they reject or betray you. This particular issue can turn into bitterness. Nobody tolerates being betrayed. The scripture says in Psalm 41:9, even my most trusted friend, with whom I shared my food, has lifted his heel against me. Serve one another as a true child of God and a practicing Christian. You are well aware that God calls you to serve in your relationship. Always understand that whatever you are doing for the other person, you are doing for yourself. Always give selflessly, considering the other person's needs before your own. Remember how Jesus serves his disciples. Follow this example in serving one another. The scripture says in Galatians 5:13, you, brothers and sisters, were called to enjoy freedom. I am not speaking of that freedom which gives free rein to the desires of the flesh, but of that which makes you slaves of one another through love. Be a role model of true love like Christ. One of the top commandments of God is to love one another. The scripture says in John 13:34, give you a new commandment, love one another. Just as I have loved you, you also must love one another. Moreover, the scripture says in Ephesians 5:25, as for you, husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her, and in turn, wives should also respect their husbands. Christ set the standard for us because he wants the best in any marriage. God will empower you to show and give this kind of love in your relationship. He will assist you to love even when it is hard. Pretenses are not allowed in any relationship that you have the best interest at heart. No pretenses are allowed. Let your love be genuine. This is the mistake most people make. How long will you keep on pretending, and how far will you go with fake love? It will not work. The scripture says in Romans 12:9, let love be sincere, hate what is evil, and hold to whatever is good. Lay down your life. Great love requires sacrifice. It does not mean you have to die for someone else to prove your love for him or her. However, you may need to work very hard to improve yourself. To make improvements, you make compromises and may also give up time, energy, or personal choices for someone else's benefit. In doing this, you love others the way Christ did. It can also be very rewarding. It's the highest form of love with good potential and prospects in any relationship. This was also evidenced in the scripture in John 15:13. There is no greater love than this, to give one's life for one's friends. Please kindly subscribe to my channel for more inspiring content. Share the video with friends and family. Drop your comment and give the video a thumbs up. God bless you all.